Hi Aries, this is going to be your reading for the end of January 2021. It is good for the Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus placement of Aries. However, keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone that watches. Try watching readings for your other placements. If this doesn't resonate, you could find your messages there. If you like my readings but general readings don't hit it for you, you can book a live and private one-on-one reading with me, Aries. The link to my website is in the description below. I really love reading for Aries because I'm a Libra and I'm right across the wheel from you. I've always felt a strong sense of obligation to your sign. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Soma Chandra Tarot. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your sign. I read for you every week. Right now it's Soma Chandra Aries. And Aries, my dear ones, this looks like pain and crisis that you're going through. If this doesn't resonate for you guys, this could be happening around you. I could be picking up on energy around you. Close friends, family members, if it's not going on in your life. But the overall reason for the reading was the Eight of Cups, someone walking away. There's a lot of avoidance, anger, hurt, and stress, and we ended on the Ten of Swords. So when the spread dropped out, I decided to use several oracle decks to really help me get to the meat of what was going on. Sometimes oracle cards and the advice cards that come out will tell us a lot, and they did. So this is a deep dive for you, Aries. Get your coffee. This might explain a relationship that you've been through, or going through now, or around you in a way that you really need to hear. So from the Untold Truths of the Heart deck, what I have is better off, clear headspace, happiness, perspective, better off, upheaval, shock, the unexpected, and trouble, tension, turbulence, arguments, and stress, and then one day, someday, somewhere, another time. So at this point, there was so much tension and upheaval that you're like, right now, I need to go get clear headspace. Maybe another time we can try this, or we can talk. Someday, somewhere, another time is what you're saying, or a person around you is saying. I wanted just a few more cards. I said, show me more. Show me what happened. What were some of the problems? And I got euphoria, chasing thrills, joy, and laughter, but then clashing, differences, incompatibility, and conflict, limit, final straw, breaking point, and concealing, secrets, mysteries, and hiding. Somebody have a little hidden kitty somewhere, maybe? So in this relationship, it might have happened quickly, or someone had issues with euphoria and thrill chasing. So it was great, but you guys also had a lot of differences. Maybe you guys smoked some pot and drank a lot, or had some fun, and it was very euphoric. But then when the euphoria wore off, I'm not saying you guys did that, it's just a possibility. When the euphoria wears off, you realized you weren't very compatible, and you were the person you were connecting to. Someone hit like a breaking point with the high highs and the low lows. And also, someone kept secrets or was very mysterious and hid. Emotional whirlwind is at the bottom of the deck. Affected, dramatic, unstable. We can be effective, or we are affected. So someone was just constantly affected. They couldn't be effective in their own life. Look up the difference between effective with an E and with an A. Someone was just unstable. Oh, and it was exhausting and shallow. Oh my gosh. And then I think you guys just drifted. Okay. I think the drifting happened. I think that I wanted to know what the two of you wanted to say to each other, because it looked like there was no conversation. So I used the Hidden Truths of the Heart Oracle deck and in the Shadows Oracle deck to show me what the two of you might have said or want to say to each other. What this person wants to say to you, Aries, is, I can't stop thinking about you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I wonder if you're happy without me. This person is kind of worried about you, I think. They do wonder if you're happy. They think about you a lot. They might even have racing thoughts about you. They're worried about your happiness, I think. In the shadows of their heart, what they want to say is, I never want to feel that way again, but I do wish you well. This person's showing me the Tower, so in their feelings. So something really blew up between the two of you. This also, with the Tower and the Page of Cups here, something might have happened in the relationship or with this person that triggered an old childhood wound, and they don't want to feel that way again. This might have triggered old wounds for your person, or for you maybe. They do wish you well, but they don't want to feel that way again. So I drew cards for some of you. I know that some of you will negate this, but this is what I got. This is what I got for you. You came closer than anyone. I wish I'd treated you better. I knew exactly what I was doing. This doesn't mean that you treated them bad. Maybe you put your energy towards a lot of other things. But Aries, I won't lie. You look very, very stressed out, like you're going through a lot of pain. And with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands, you're showing me some avoidance. So a lot of avoidance, actually. Perhaps it is necessary because you're trying to fight a demon within you. That might have affected the way you handled yourself in the relationship. You do seem to think this person came very close. I think you knew what you were doing, but it doesn't mean that I knew exactly what I was doing doesn't mean that you wanted to hurt them. It's just that it's like you knew what was happening, but you couldn't make a change at the moment. That's that card of affected, maybe. In the shadows of your heart, I pretend that I don't care. You're not a part of my plan. Now, because one of the pieces of advice that came out was mouse spirit, tend to the small things, somebody might have been a crazy planner. Like nitpicky, overly stressed out about the details of every little thing. There might have been some OCD on somebody's end, and that got in the way. So planning might have been very important to you, and this person wasn't the same kind of planner that you were, and you guys butted heads about it maybe. We have a lighter side and a shadow side. I think that you're avoiding your feelings about this. That's what I pretend that I don't care means. So listen to your emotions. None of your emotions are invalid. And you might have felt like at this point, some of you had plans to do something, but this person couldn't fit into your plan, and they might not have been able to fit into yours. Again, if this isn't resonating for you, it might be going on with people around you or someone around you, and you need to see it. The mutual energy is, it's time for me to heal now, and leaving me hurt you too. Wow. That seems really heavy, you guys. It seems like you guys are going through a lot right now. And the Oracle cards help me and help you to see and validate some deeper issues, maybe. So let's take a look at what the tarot has to say. I'm sorry if you guys can't see these very well, or the glare. This is the steampunk tarot. The art isn't very vibrant. So the reason for the reading is the Eight of Cups. Everybody's you're walking away. There's 8 cups is a lot of cups to walk away from. So disappointed and needing to abandon the situation, escape and withdraw at this point. She's like, nope, I'm done. I can't do the math here anymore. I can't deal with this. The challenge, or one of the problems, was the Emperor and the Hermit. So yes, the Emperor is Aries, but that doesn't mean that you were the problem, Aries. Someone is an Emperor and a Hermit. So this is something that happened that's the main problem. First of all, I think someone was very withdrawn in order to maintain control. The Emperor is great, but he's very logical and he's very practical. He does take his life and his responsibilities very seriously, but he's not showing us a lot of emotion. So somebody might have withdrawn when they needed to open up in order to maintain control of the relationship, the situation, or themselves. Or we just have someone that's older, that's sort of set in their ways, maybe. The way you're seeing yourself, Aries, is the Four of Swords and Justice. So I definitely think some of you have been dealing with a Libra. At this point, you're really tired. You're not going to let go of that sword. You sleep very vigilantly, holding on to your thoughts right now. But when the Four of Swords comes out, you need to rest and meditate and contemplate. You feel stressed out. You are seeking calm and solitude. Perhaps you feel as though you've had some justice served to you, or you want to serve justice to someone else. At this point, you want to bring balance into your life. Honesty and accountability is definitely on your mind. The way you feel about this person, I was like, oh, wow, this is so tough. The Three of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Devil. Well, this isn't great, but I can see you're really going through something. You're heartbroken. You're having a very hard time getting over it. And the devil is here. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. You have Capricorn in your chart. If you weren't dealing with a Capricorn, it could have been a third party situation, but not necessarily. Either you yourself or someone you were connecting to might be really battling demons right now. Addiction, restriction, desire, maybe shame and guilt. There's a lot of emotion and stress in the way you feel when the devil, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Swords comes out. You're constantly emotionally reevaluating it, and you can't get to a place of positivity. You just feel chained and bound. Watch out for racing thoughts and stuff, because this could just be feeding a monster within. And your actions towards this person is the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So it looks like the idea of facing your emotions here, Aries, is something that's difficult for you to do. You might be having nightmares right now. I'm seeing an indication. Pardon me, I'm sorry, you guys. It's early and I'm still hoarse. I'm seeing an indication of some depression and anxiety, racing thoughts, a general malaise, knowing that this needs to be brought into balance. I'm seeing really being worried about this cup of love being handed to you or about handing it to someone else. That's tough. Your deeper emotions, well, I won't sugarcoat it. You don't want to deal with your deeper emotions. Seven of Swords and Seven of Wands. Now, this might be the way you feel about this person. I said, what are their deeper feelings towards this person? Someone had to be very strategic and is avoidant and is saying back off. So either you're doing this or you feel like this person did this. Someone's like, I can't deal with the truth right now, or I have to leave quickly and get out of this situation quickly. She doesn't look particularly guilty. She just looks like she's got to take her stuff and go with her swords here, and turns around and says, don't challenge me. I feel as though I have the high ground here. So you might have been put in a situation where, like, someone might have not tricked you, but kind of made you feel like you were backed into a corner and you had to deal with it the way you dealt with it. Like, don't challenge me. I'm going to do what I have to do here. This has been very stressful and a lot of anxiety here for you with this person. I do think someone implores the silent treatment with you. Very much so. Your person, the way they see themselves is the Six of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Well, they're just distressed out. This person doesn't want to fight anymore. They see themselves in a place of transition. They might have been transitioning or moving with the Tower and the Six of Swords. They saw themselves as moving slowly and moving slowly. But they also see themselves as pretty trapped in their head, and they have a lot of negative racing thoughts about a transition that they've been in with you or up until now. The way they feel about you is the Tower, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles. This tells me that someone might be waiting on an apology. This also tells me that they are thinking back about the past and how vulnerable this makes them feel. Probably something about an old childhood wound. This person feels like, I do think that this person does want to move to calmer waters with you and maybe be vulnerable with you emotionally, but they seem to be waiting for the right moment and everything would have to be torn down and rebuilt. But the problem is someone won't open up. They're clammed up. They won't talk. Someone does this to maintain control so that they can be an emotional escape artist. I don't know who's doing that. It could be either one of you. And their action towards you, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. You could be connecting to a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a wife. This is a mother. This is a married woman. This might be someone that they are connected to or the energy that they're showing you. This person might be very career focused. They might be very focused on personal development. They might be Capricorn here with the Devil. This person likes to have it all. This person might have made you feel like you had to be a trophy wife, or that's what they wanted. This person might be very concerned about money, looks, personal development. That's not bad or wrong, but this is this person's actions. So when a court card shows up, it just tells me it identifies a person in your life. They seem to think that they're a very good catch. Their deeper emotions, the Wheel of Fortune to the Five of Swords. So lots of ups and downs. This person feels as though, I think that they're mad. I think that they think that fate and the universe have cheated them in some way. I think that they feel like the way things have played out, a lot would have to change and be fought through. A lot. And no one's caring about feelings in regards to where the relationship is evolving. This person might have also played out repeated patterns and cycles with you or in their own relationships that just lead to fighting and jealousy and anger and someone wanting to win at all cost all the time, which is interesting. But the final outcome is the Ten of Swords. It is brutal, but as you can see, the dawn is there and so is a dove. It is always darkest before the dawn, but right now there's pain and crisis. This could even be a health issue of some kind. With the Devil, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords, someone could be going through a health issue, physical, mental. But I clarified it and I got the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, Eight of Pentacles, not Nine of Pentacles. This person's very focused on work and personal development here. They're all about themselves. They might want to work on the relationship, but this stresses you out. They want to take a very practical approach. From the Nine of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles, it could have started out that you felt like the two of you had common goals and there was a level of independence, but then someone became very needy and they felt left out in the cold. There's this constant feeling of lack. Someone could have begun to have money problems and not handled finances very well. Someone had a constant lacking mindset. It went from feeling like there was a lot of independence and someone knew their self-worth to suddenly being left out in the cold. What's at the bottom of the deck? The Five of Cups, the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Moon, Pisces energy, Ace of Pentacles. My goodness, someone here is very moody and very emotional. Someone may drink too much or be somewhat hedonistic. I see a very emotional person here. And look at her. She's like, my God, I don't think you need any more. Let me just call you an Uber. Someone may be living in a fantasy about something here. Things are not as they seem. Wanting this conversation with the Two of Cups, this could have to do with family and long-term commitments here. So when all of this came out, I did the oracle cards to see what you guys wanted to say to each other. And I used the Colette Baron Reid Spirit of the Animal Oracle Guide to give me advice. And I think that this is showing me some of the deeper problems in this relationship. One or the both of you could be doing this. Dolphin Spirit in reverse, this and that are true. Wombat Spirit, be at home in reverse. Learn from the past is in reverse. And tend to the small things is in reverse. I also noticed that time for a deep dive, Swan Spirit, is in reverse. So what these cards tell me is, first of all, someone in this situation gaslights. They want their version of the truth to be everybody's version of the truth. The truth is subjective. Your truth is your truth and their truth is their truth. Someone doesn't know what's real and what's not anymore. And someone's forcing the other person to define their reality the way they want them to. Also, someone has a difficult time feeling comfortable in their own skin. Someone might have been asked to move and they didn't want to because it was a childhood home or a place that they lived that they'd been in forever and they don't feel comfortable anywhere else but in that home. Someone might be very avoidant and need to spend a lot of time alone because they don't feel good about themselves. Someone did not learn from the past. The elephant Ganesh comes as the great destroyer and clears a path and makes way for something new. Whatever grew in the place of what was trampled was the same as it was before. So someone just won't learn from the past. More lessons need to be learned. Tend to the small things in reverse tells me something very specific about someone in this situation. Someone freaks out and is hyper about the details and a routine and the way it's been done and the way it has to be done. Someone can't sit still. Mouse Spirit in reverse is a person that sometimes makes everyone else around them miserable because they're a martyr, they panic. It's like they're super nitpicky and they freak out about details and they don't allow for anything dynamic or creative. So it's just got to be done this certain way and there's no creativity. There's like a rigidity and a lot of anxiety with a person who's mouse spirit in reverse. They also micromanage tiny details to the point where it takes them too long to finish or create a goal. Also with swan spirit in reverse, someone has a hard time going deep within and diving deep into themselves. Someone may be doing spiritual bypassing as well. Someone is avoidant of getting to know themselves. And I was like, wow. So these messages might help you understand what happened in this relationship between, for some of you, I don't think that this is you. I think this is like your parents or a sister or someone, even a roommate, someone that you're connected to, and you need to know this, or this is affecting you. But for others of you, this could be a parent-child relationship. This could be a relationship that you're in now, or a painful ending that you're recalling. Some of you, even though the Hierophant didn't come out, this is something you might be addressing in therapy. And it could even be about your own childhood. And it's all being triggered. And this will just give you bigger clues as to how it is manifesting in your everyday life, or this person's everyday life. Yeah. So that is your deep dive, Aries, for the end of the month. I'm sorry, my loves. I always want to see positive things, but when something like this comes out, I know that it needs to be delivered so that it helps you process it further, and then you can heal from it and move forward towards something better for you. Tens do mean that something new will come in. Some of you do want something new to come in, but it's important to allow yourself to heal and figure out what the devil is here and what you've had to run away from and avoid with someone in order to let this cup of love come in without so much stress. So I hope this helps you. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Aries. Take care of yourselves. I really love you guys. I'll see you next time.